I'm Tim Deeks. Welcome to the pathway to homelessness. How many times have you walked past some of the most vulnerable in the community and wondered what events in their life have caused them to fall into hardship? Who's to say if you or I would have been any different if we would have faced similar circumstances? At the end of the day, we are all human and we all have a pathway. So let's start walking.
These young fellas, I don't have the energy to...
Can't believe you're 60.
Thanks, man. I'll take
Blow
that
me
as
away,
well.
mate. It's a bloody compliment, aren't you?
My doctor's been impressed too. He says, how old are you? I said, none of your fucking business, right? He says, well, your blood test comes up showing you're about 30, mate. He said, for the life of me, I don't know how that fucking happens. And I don't know that, but mate, good genes or whatever, I'm not looking too bloody glorious today because I've got a fucking shiner. But,
I was going to ask you,
mate, that's a handful of Lyrica and my hands in my pockets, and I tripped over and couldn't get my hands out quick enough and landed on my face. The other night I was just stoned, and but I mean that happens. Fucking you do that, you walk into a fucking wall.
This is going to sound really naive, but you seem so. You're so articulate. You have a great sense of communication. You were very, very engaging with me even before I turned the camera on.
Yeah.
I almost couldn't even imagine you in a state other than this.
I can show you some police briefs man, I can get fucking smashed, obliterated, and like you see me on heroin, you're going to look at a guy that's like, you see people, they're wandering around like bouncing off the fucking walls, Meth, on the other hand, is an upper. So I'm awake for most of the time. And
what's the longest you've ever been awake?
I'd probably say maybe 7-8 days, something like that. Yeah.
With no sleep?
Yeah, no sleep, man.
And by like the 7th and 8th day...
Oh, you're a bastard case, yeah. You're a fucking nutcase. More in chattering. Sleep deprivation is a form of torture in some regards, it can be honest. It's not a normal state of mind. And different people are affected differently. Some people that are meth users, they will sleep. I have a friend, she gets to 11 o'clock at night, she goes to bed. I'm going out. I'm getting, and you become a creature of the night. Because that's where it happens. That's where your business is. That's where, that's when I'm going into a fucking, I'm opening up a fucking fire door and entering a building to go and fucking steal shit. That's my work hours. The daytime, everybody's out and about. Social engagement, is sometimes a little bit taxing. Like, you're not always looking too fine.
Imagine like catching up like with your sister and you got the big shiner on and...
Oh man, she's like, she knows.
Yeah.
I've been at this game for a while. And
does she ever try and help you?
Man, she's, she loves me and I love her. And I mean, that's the sort of help that nobody could ask more, you know what I mean? I'd never ask her for money. I wouldn't disrespect her like that. Like the family to me is a whole different kettle of fish. Maybe it's the era I was brought up in, and I had a big family, and my father instilled, certain things in us that your family is your everything, So like I said, I'm fucking blessed, man. Like I got some beautiful, but my brother is my oldest brother is my hero.
Is he? Why is he your hero?
Well, man, he gets up and goes to work. He looks after his family, and he's like the perfect gentleman. And he's just a beautiful man. He just epitomises what a real man is. And it's not that he's anything like there's no sort of like pips in the thing of his life cycle where he's done great things, but he gets along and he doesn't say a lot. but when he does speak, it has a lot of power, a lot of authority, and it sends a good message. And I just think, we're blessed to have people like that in the world. And I'm the guy with the brother. And it's like, fuck, where, what lottery did I win?
And what about your kids?
Yeah, I got four kids, beautiful children. I'm lucky. I had 3 daughters and 1 son, and now I've got 4 daughters. And my new daughter Zoe is a transgender, and she's one of my other heroes.
Yeah.
So, fuck, man, like, I don't care if you want to be a goldfish. I don't give a fuck. I love you. You're my kid. You do what you want in life, and to be able to stand up and have the strength to fucking pull off a stunt like that and be happy and proud of yourself, it's like fucking. And I've seen some strong men, and I've seen some strong, beautiful women, and that kid, it's fuck what he's been through in his life, and to be able to stand tall and do that, it's like fucking go, man, go, get in there and take on the world.
What's your relationship like with some of the other people that are experiencing a similar situation to you?
Very shallow. Yeah, I would say it's survival. I wouldn't put a lot of depth in my relationships with pretty well most people on the street, and I probably would have maybe 2 friends. And they probably don't even reach the caliber of friendship as I regard it. So it's in that respect, it's very it's probably isolating, and it's very lonely. Yeah, without friendship, I find that's lonely. It's something I crave and I miss from Sydney.
The camaraderie with people.
Yeah, it's surface level. It's survival. It's like, people do bullshit.
And what's the relationship like with the general public?
I don't have a lot to do with the general public at all. Yeah. Fuck all to do. Yeah, pretty well. Yeah, as I have no reason to really. I don't go to shops to buy things, and pretty well everything I get, people don't have cash, but they'll have product, and So, but they have. I like to leave people to their own devices, and they don't need to. They've got they're in their trajectory in life, and if they choose to engage with me, it's like yourself.
Yep.
Generally there's a reason behind it, and whatever, and that's fine. Yeah, there's not really any. I found these. I bounce and I'm fucking busy, man. It's like I'm sorry, having a rest here now, but drug habit keeps you fucking busy.
Do you talk to the others that are experiencing homelessness? I mean, obviously, I know they like even now, like they came up and asked you for cigarettes and stuff. You know everyone.
I know fucking everybody.
Yeah,
yeah, and I.
If you had to guess. Yeah. How many people do you think are homeless in the city?
Wow. Jesus, man. Like, I probably know, maybe sort of probably 100, over 100, 150 by name. And man, there'd be triple that. And I still run into people that, I've been on the streets now 4.5 years. And I mean, I've been on the street, it's, and because I sell dope, I meet them all, because most people are users. There's only a couple that I know that aren't. So, I run into most, but I still run into people I've never met before. And it's like, where the fuck have you been? And they say, well, I've been, and how you missed them, but I'll never know. But, there's a lot of people out there, man.
What does money mean to you?
Oh, that doesn't. I grew up with fuck all, mate. I love porridge because that's what we lived in. My mum was the worst cook in Australia. We lived, with curry, tuna, and rice. That's the only thing she knew how to cook. But I thought everybody ate that. But so we never had money. But later in life, I had money. I had lots of money, and my wife and I, we own a house in Sydney still. They still live there now, in Newtown, which is quite an affluent suburb, as you would know. And it has made very little difference to my state of mind, my approach to money, whether I had money in the bank I don't really think about that much. If I transfer money to my dealer. I very rarely see it. If I want something, I'll get it. Somebody, you just make it happen, So yeah, I don't. But I don't. It hasn't had much of an impact in my life. And obviously, like, fuck man, you go to work, you got to pay your mortgage, your kids have got to be educated. I'm married into wealth as well. My wife and her family are unbelievably fucking wealthy. I mean, my mother-in-law was just apoplectic when I turned up and out of jail, and I said, I want a prenup. Like, I got $230 in the bank. I don't want you guys fucking thinking you're going to take my money, We're talking, so I was taking a piss out of them. It didn't make any difference to me. Like, that was my wife. I loved her. It didn't matter her family, their money, or anything like that. It was I worshipped the ground she walked on. And,
what do you want your future to be?
It's a funny sort of question, isn't it? I do have a future, right at the moment, it's my life of homelessness has come about because of a broken heart, really. Yeah, my wife and I, we broke up, and I came to Melbourne because I couldn't be in Sydney, because to be around the person who taught me how to love was one of the hardest pains I went through, and I think probably the lifestyle that's come with that it's me punishing myself. I think down the line, psyche beyond, I don't know, but so it's really just sort of like a moment of rolling along, and listen, I know life can change on a dime, man. I'm here 1 minute and tomorrow it could be fucking anything. I think about Cambodia because I'm going to go there because I've been there once, and I've been all through Vietnam. It's one of my favourite countries, Southeast Asia, and I want to spend 6 months over there and. Maybe, get a suntan, get some vitamin D, some fucking things. I don't have a sun in I don't know where the fuck I went. But they must have the highest level of vitamin D deficiency in the fucking world, I think. When I remember when I first come down here, you look at the women, Sydney women are a little bit more vain, They'll go down and get a tan, and I thought the girls down here were transparent when I first came down. But yeah, man, I want to see a bit of sunshine. I see it, and I could make it happen in a heartbeat. I know what I'm like, and if I want to change things, I haven't had that motivation for different reasons for a while, and that's not a sad thing for me. It's like just how it is, and
where does that come from? That innate ability just to
intestinal
back yourself.
Man. Probably my old man. He was a fucking kind of human being. Like, just a hard, fucking, horrible, fucking, nasty kind of man. But that's all he knew, And it's like, boy, if you don't get out there and do it, well, one, I'll flog you, and two, it's not going to happen. Yeah, and you get up, you make your bed in the morning. That's how your day. If you want a good day, you got to fucking you got to pull the sheets up and the thing. And I don't know. That's maybe it's drilled into you as a kid. I don't know, but yeah. Some people fall into their depression. I got to fight mine. Hey, brother, how are you, Bill? I got to fight mine. And I do. If I don't, it's too fucking dark. I don't like that, man. Yeah. So yeah, it's made my success.
Too easy, mate. Well, listen, you've been so generous with your time.
It's good. No, thanks.